I want to know.
Yeah.
Do you really believe what you saying?
100%.
Do you really believe what you saying? Send her 500 just cuz.
Next day,
Got him.
500. Thank you for your existence. That's what I say.
Thank you for your existence.
Your existence, because everybody ain't built the same.
So how do I even get her to like my character if I'm leading with my hand? Are you not afraid of her falling in love with your hand instead of actually you? If I'm just giving her money just for existing, how does she know what to do, what not to do? Because the reward and punishment system ain't there because I'm just giving her money just cuz.
Yeah.
You kind of put yourself out there as a target or as a mark or prey to women with that type of mindset when they say, he gonna give me money for no reason. Well, now I know all I gotta do is act right. I don't like this man. I don't really care for this man, but he gonna pay me, so I'm gonna put the roll on. So you ain't never had an issue with women?
Never. Besides the one in question. You know what I'm saying? Besides, you know what I'm saying, the ex-wife, but...
Okay, we gonna get into it. I got a real question, right? Because I want to know, do you really believe what you saying? 100%. Do you really believe what you saying? Send her 500 just cuz.
I stand behind
it. Okay. I need to know the ideology behind it.
I got you. All right, cool.
Go ahead.
So if we break it down, right, because I'll use every word. Every word has intention on it, right?
Yeah.
Send her. Who is her? Her is whoever got your back at the end of the day. You know, if you get locked up, who you know paying that.
You don't say that on your videos, though.
It's supposed to bring people in so they can understand. You know what I'm saying? I like to break things down to long form content. So when they actually, hold on, let me check that dude out, what he's saying on live, and they get to see it, break it down to it so they can understand. Like,
okay, all right.
Possible finesse?
Listen, her.
I hear you because I say a lot of things in a 60-second clip, but if they really understand what I'm saying on the back end, they'll understand it's a little different. But you say just because.
Just because.
Just because. So you're not saying if you just meet a woman and you just meet her and y'all like, all right, we finna go on a date. Oh, I'm gonna just send her 500.
Oh, no. Listen, it's like, yo, if she makes you feel something on that date, even on the first, if she makes you feel something that no other woman has made you feel, because for one, we go off of feelings as men. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman don't gotta pay for nothing to make us, we make our own selves great based off of the words that we hear women say to us, right? It's just that, especially when it comes to me, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hear that from a woman. I'm a king.
But we have to be careful as men, though, as well. If we do rely on our emotions too much, and you start doing things like that, and that woman might be way more advanced than you, and then she start finessing you possibly.
I always had queens, concubines, things of that nature, feeding his ego 24/7 to make him a bigger king. The biggest king had that behind him, whatever case.
All right, so give me an example.
Come on.
Of a time that you just sent a woman 500 just because off of a date and she said the right thing to you.
Got you. Listen, man, I was at, where was it? I was over here, you know what I'm saying? Over here by Moxie's and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And literally had a date with a young lady, you know what I mean? And listen, man, the date went smooth, you know what I'm saying? Regular conversation. It was the after effect. It was the, hey, I don't know if anybody told you that I believe you the best to ever do it. You the best to ever do it. Don't let nobody trick you out your position or whatever the case is. You him in real life. That's all I wanted to say. Have a good night. And tomorrow, if you want lunch, I'll send it to you. You know what I mean? That right there, just to hear that at that very moment, right? Because, you know, life goes play by play, moment by moment. Well, we be needing that, you know?
So you met her, y'all just had a quick conversation.
Yeah.
What did she say to you to make you feel like that?
Bro, it was that ain't nobody fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, we competing with everybody in the world. As men, we compete, whether we like it or not. Men compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go out there, try to be the best at the marketplace, try to be best at this. You the best in your field.
You don't think a woman is going to feed your ego? They're going to see the type of archetype of a guy you are. I'm talking about in his position, not for regular guys, because regular guys don't even really get that. They have to still fight just to get attention from a woman. But we talking about his position where he has a little more glitz, glam, or whatnot. A woman is going to say what she need to say to get into your head because she want the consistent benefits of what you have to offer, possibly.
He identified that. I wouldn't come on here if he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm the best in my field, so you just needn't be hearing that. You know what I'm saying? And when she said that at the very moment, I'm like, oh, bingo. The next day,
got him.
500. Thank you for your existence. That's what I say.
Thank you for your existence.
Your existence. Because everybody ain't built the same. Some people want to take money from you. Some people want to make money with you. Some people just care about you winning.
Okay, so once you sent the 500, what did she do? What did she say?
Existence is crazy.
MG, crying faces, call me on FaceTime crying. Nobody has ever done that for me and everything. Ever since then, hey, whatever you need. She acts as an assistant now. Most of them, they act as assistants to me, so I ain't got to worry about food ever. I ain't got to worry about house being clean ever. I ain't got to pay maids.
So how much you sending her like on a regular basis?
It just depends. It just depends on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, there's never a transaction where she say, yo, I need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that comes from being him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to become him first.
Okay, all right. I hear what you're
I'm
saying.
gonna say this right here. I think a lot of guys actually do what he does, but I think that a lot of guys they don't reap the same benefits from it. So that sends a message to other guys to say, I'm not going to be in the finesse game, because all of us, every guy has done been there to where they have given money and they haven't gotten any reciprocation back, which puts a guard up. See, he's going to overly do it because he's on a level to where he probably does it and those women still give him exactly what he wants. But what it does is it sends a message to where he will never know why exactly she is there, and if shit hit the fan, it's going to blow up in his face.
Come on.
But don't you think if I give a woman give me conversation and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna send you 500 just because, don't you think that she might deal with you only because you funding her lifestyle and you giving her money rather than actually liking you? Or does her actually liking you even matter?
Yeah. I believe once you identify yourself as a certain character, a person, a certain status of a person, or whatever the case is, a woman is going to deal with you because you're that person.
But I hear what you're saying. But how does she even get, you can't really identify my character in a conversation. So how do I even get her to like my character if I'm leading with my hand? Are you not afraid of her falling in love with your hand instead of actually you? Because it's like this at a job, right?
Yeah.
We don't work the job. Facts. I don't like my boss. I don't like the coworkers. Facts. Man, I don't even like the customers in here. Facts. But I put a smile on my face for that check. So essentially, when you giving a woman a check, she might not like you. She might not like nothing about you, but she's going to act like she like you because the money that you giving her. Are you not afraid? How could you actually know if she really like you? Because we see it. We know it. Women deal with men that they don't even really like just because of the check they bring.
They do.
So how can you identify that if you leading with the money?
Almost every woman that I ever ran to invested more in me than I ever did in them.
That's going to be the scary part about getting successful, because you will never know who is there for you and the things that you don't have to pay for. See, you're broken down into two different categories. Your achievement side and just you naturally as a person. You now have put your achievements at the forefront. So if your achievements disappear, she doesn't even care about the ones that you naturally, the characteristics that you naturally come with. So of course she gonna leave. And I think nobody should overly leave with the money part, just because you need to make sure you have day ones down for you on that level.
Remember, I got these programs, and most of them female ran, right? So boom, they'll drop 10 bands on it when they getting their tax check or when they getting whatever check from whatever job they got. They done invested more this way to the point they already understand, like, listen, it's the company of man that they actually can say they have. Like, yo, I got him right here. He a real one. I can call him about anything. I can tell him about relationships. I can tell him about this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the dude that never really hung around millions of dudes. I always had women around me. You know what I'm saying? Women around me because they got better conversation. You ain't got to worry about the motherfucker snaking you. Because they do that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
you right. But what you saying is, she's dealing with you dealing with women who invest in your business and things like that. But what about that woman you met at Moxie? She didn't invest in your business.
She didn't invest in the business, but boom, hey, food, what you got? She ain't asking for money for the food. She just sending it. The amount of food that she done sent, that's a total of like $700-800 if I'm over here, if I'm calculating it right, $700-800 in food alone. And
okay, well, she's giving some reciprocation. I'm not mad at that if a woman is giving you some reciprocation out of the situation.
Without asking for any money in return. That's just, hey, I just want to make sure you good, King. I just want to make sure you good.
Have you never had a woman who you didn't give her just 500 just because, be like, I like you, I like everything about you, I like your mind, I like your swag, I like the way you 100%. Look, I want to come in and I want to send you food, I want to come in and I want to help you. Have you ever had a woman do that without you having to give her some money first?
Plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I got more.
So what's the incentive of giving her the money up front?
It's about whoever make me feel a certain way at a certain time. Because I be like, man, money is, you know what I'm saying, like, the people that really got it, you know what I'm saying, that really got it, we don't look at it the same as everybody else. Money ain't nothing but a byproduct of value creation. If you create the value, you get the money. Yeah. Money, that shit like pennies to me. You know what I'm saying? 500, that ain't nothing. So I'm over here like, okay, cool. So if
You're not wrong.
That's the problem that what he's saying. For him, he can do all that. Yeah, if he has a large amount of money, he has it, constantly coming in, cool. But you're sending a message out there on the internet that's preaching to women that now reinforce that he needs to do that type of stuff. And it might not be 500, it might be sending $20 just because. Oh, just send me lunch just because. Now you got a woman out there who's getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner paid by multiple guys because they're doing the same thing. That's the bad message that it's sending.
Oh, listen, you're not wrong. But what I find is when you lead with your money, the woman starts to expect something. It's like Pavlov's dog, right? You ring a bell, you feed them. You ring a bell, so you get the desired behavior. If I'm giving a woman money just for existing, it's kind of confusing her about what's the right behavior. I should give her 500 when she been doing everything right, when she do this right, when she talk to me right. So then she understands the correct stimuli that I want. If I'm just giving her money just for existing, how does she know what to do, what not to do? Because the reward and punishment system ain't there. Because I'm just giving her money just cause.
100%, bro.
That's
And I
real.
believe that all goes into your first conversation that you be having with women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I state my intentions. I state right now, listen, boom, divorce already happened. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm not trying to look for nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? Just somebody who can actually, you know what I'm saying, assist me in different plays and different fields and different things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now, boom, you have them. You have the real estate agents. You have the lawyers. You have this and that. You know what I'm saying? And all these women checking on you. Whatever you need, I got you. To the point where I ain't really got to do too much based off of the character of man I am.
But
Conversation in the beginning definitely does matter. You have to let women know exactly what you want up there, in the forefront. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you take time to figure out if she's actually giving you some of these traits to figure out what women are really gonna do. It take time. That shit ain't just gonna happen overnight. You won't know off of one day. You gonna have to put her through some time and test to be sure.
would not listen. I say it all the time. Like a woman be like, you know what? I cook, I clean, I do this, and I say all the time. Well, wouldn't I rather just pay for a meal prep because they actually are real professional cooks? Wouldn't I want to pay for an actual cleaner because they actually really know how to clean? If I'm gonna pay you for it, I might as well pay a professional and then get the woman who just wants to be with me because she wants to be with me though.
Yeah, bro. For me, it's like I want to know for a fact you in that kitchen because you cooking for me. I want to know that you cleaning my floors because they my floors.
Hey, my employees, if I pay my cleaner, she cleaning my floors because they my floors because I paid her.
Yeah, but you know, it's a different attachment as far as, hey, is everything to your liking? Is everything, because you already know all this is ego play for men. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that ego feed. You know, yeah, you can have self-confidence. That's all cool and dandy. But when you know for a fact, but women are just around you because you are you.
But are they around you, or are they around you because you paying everything that they need and just giving them $500 just because?
Well,
Wouldn't you feel better about yourself if you said, I went and I talked to this woman at Moxie's and I didn't give her no $500 for lunch, and she still came and wanted to come deal with me. She still came and wanted to cook for me, clean with me, without 100%. Me having to give her nothing. Wouldn't I have a bigger ego, like she really liked me for who I am as a man, rather than her just doing it maybe because I gave her some money? Wouldn't your ego feel better because I didn't have to pay for it?
Well, wait,
The plan was already gonna happen. You just gotta wait to let it go and just play itself out. If it was meant for her to be with you, you trying to expedite it with the money. Now you sending the wrong message into her brain.
Real quick. Just like if I'm paying for, now I ain't mad at nobody paying for. Everybody pay for it in some sort of way, whether you spending money, whatever. But you would have a bigger ego knowing I met that woman outside and she liked my swag, my conversation, who I am, all of this, and that's why she gave it to me, rather than if I just paid her to give it to me. Yeah. Wouldn't my ego be bigger because I didn't have to pay for it versus I had to pay for it? Well, how much credit can I get for her doing something for me if I had to pay for it?
I got you. And I always say, man, that's one of many. You know what I'm saying? One of many. You know, you gonna have all those women doing that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't crazy looking. You know what I'm saying? Like, in shape, together, women gonna do that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna do that regardless. They're gonna show up and say, yo, just because you him, blah, 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 anything you want. But it's always gonna be that one that get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have 100 in a room doing everything for you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then that Sunday, somebody can say the right things at the right time. And it can just motivate you to say, here you go, girl. Hey, listen, just in case you need it. You know what I'm saying? You might not even need it. Now, I don't mess with broke girls. You know what I'm saying? These girls pulling up in the same thing I'm pulling up in. They flying the same places I'm flying to. So we are in the area of not even being in the broke area. We already know that area up there, you got to have something because we know how much these buildings cost.
This is a large amount of finesse on multiple levels, and I'm not going to dive into it, but yeah, I can see the schemes behind the scheme.
You know but you giving money, right? It's value exchange. If I give some money, I'm giving value for something that's worth that money. I just don't see a woman just existing is worth. Her just existing is worth some money.
You never met one?
Don't you? I'm gonna get there. I have.
Okay,
but she had to prove herself that she was that one. It wasn't off the dribble. Oh, I'm gonna just do it. Now, of course, I'll take you. If I see just from the offset of a conversation, I see these couple of little things. Okay, I might want to investigate and I might spend a little bit of money on a dinner, but I'm not just going to give her no money.
Yeah.
Right, here's a dinner so we can enjoy ourselves. You can relax and we can have a conversation. And then you get to know me. If you're doing things for me, you got the right characteristics, the right soul, all of these things. Then, okay, we get to rocking and you doing for me. And then, okay, then baby, here, get your nails done. Then,
Yeah,
okay.
I got you.
But off the dribble, though, I just feel like, because listen, I come from a lifestyle where I used to see it. I used to see women finesse, right?
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
and even like, you know, back in the day when I had no money and I go to the club, man, my girl would go up to another dude and she'll get the drinks bought from him and then come bring it to me. I just don't ever want to be that guy. And I know it's women out here.
Yeah.
You kind of put yourself out there as a target or as a mark, or what would you call it? Prey to women with that type of mindset when they say, he gonna give me money for no reason. Well, now I know all I gotta do is act right. I don't like this man. I don't really care for this man, but he gonna pay me, so I'm gonna put the roll on.
Facts.
Now, it may not matter. I know a lot of dudes, they be like, man, I don't care. I know what you're around for. Is that your mindset? Like, I don't care.
Nah, not at all.
See, that's the thing about it. He actually cares. That doesn't make any sense. I ain't gonna lie. Every time game guys say off the dribble, that shit make me think like Papi Chulo just a catch and shoot type of guy and probably gonna brick it. That's hilarious.
But how could you know, though?
Because you gotta become him.
You know.
I believe him comes with a certain type of aura about yourself. You already know. Listen, when you was broke, you were still attracted to celebrities. You was still sleeping with the best, the baddest. You know what I'm saying? Everybody top. You already had that when you was broke.
Yeah.
So now that you got bread, you already know you're not looking at money the same
But
way.
how can you know she actually really mess with you if you putting out money? Because everybody's going to do what they need to do to get the money, especially a lot of these women is broke. They ain't really having it like that. So
Yeah.
how do you know she actually like you and she not just acting a part to get the bread from you?
Chulo can't answer that question because him throwing the money out there is only gonna make it harder for him to know. That's the hard part about it. The less he was able to get send out, the more he was actually able to get into her mind. That's better than actually just putting out in front of her face to where it looks like you just reinforcing her for no reason. She hadn't done anything to make her actually be qualified to receive the money. You just doing it, and now you it's gonna put yourself in a compromised position.
I think we would truly never know. Truly. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if we liking a woman for real. We see a body, we be like, damn.
You could know if you don't give her no money because then you know she here for you.
At the same time, is she there for you just because it's convenient? Because it's a lot of convenient relationships. How many women you done slept with that's in convenient relationships? That go immediately. You know?
It could be convenient because you're giving her the money as well. You know, like what other things you just doing outside of just the handing over?
Yeah,
so
a lot of people.
When you're looking at it, it's like they don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? I go pick the tightest relationship. I walk up, hey, what's going on? Da-da-da. It's over. You know what I'm saying? And that means they don't even like them, even though they've been with them 5-10 years or whatever the case is. Because why would you betray the man that's been taking care of you that long? So it's at the same time, you're looking at it like, yo, you never know nobody true intentions for real.
Yeah.
But you already know, like, listen, if you ain't kicking it out like that and they still coming over doing for you everything they can,
yeah,
that's for you. You know what I'm saying? And and luckily I just been fortunate enough to be around the women that got the bag, that's willing to, I got you, whatever you need. Da-da-da. You know what I'm saying?
So the girl that you say you met at Moxie's and everything, so now she like your assistant and she doing this and she doing that for you.
Book the flights, everything. Book the flights, take care of my students' travels, take care of their hotels, all that. Ain't ask for a dime in pay. She like, yo, whatever you need, da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure, you know what I'm saying, the money is here, da-da-da, taking care of it.
So she really like a free employee.
Come on now.
But isn't that a danger to have a free employee? Wouldn't you rather have an actual employee because there's boundaries? You dealing with a woman who just dealing with you because she like you and now she all in your business and she your assistant. When things go left, it don't go as cleanly cut as if you had an employee you could just fire.
And eventually she's going to become unattractive from him. It always happens, man. Why you think these celebrity guys still get cheated on? They still have bad relationships because women just, when they don't really appreciate you for who you are, they're going to get tired of your persona a lot of the times, unless you keep them in a...
That's true. But the thing is, at the same time, when you're looking at employees or whatever the case is, the employee is only as loyal as they check. You know what I'm saying? Anything happen, guess what? The employee, they out of there. This person, no matter up, down, or whatever, they going to be around.
How would you know if whether up, down, they going to be around if you always been in the up?
That's the crazy part because it's like, shit, I don't never think of down season. You know, it's like when you properly prepare yourself, I can borrow from one of my kids.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So since you ain't never been in a down, you ain't never been able to test that woman and know if she is an employee or not. Like you said, an employee is only as loyal to the check, but you're giving a woman a check. So how do you know she's still loyal when you always got the check for her?
Exactly. I always say it like this. I look at when I was broke, what I was able to do when I was broke. You know what I'm saying? When I was broke, boom, free food all the time. Making sure, even when it came to Skechers, can I say this now?
Yeah.
He started out like this. See, this is just him.
don't know if I can say this.
Go ahead, say it.
You know, that was a long time ago anyway, but shoe, you know how the girls come in, you know what I'm saying, get the shoes, exchange them for the same, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? It's all about.
So what you're saying is, so what I'm hearing, if I'm hearing it correctly,
come on,
is you really using the little bit of bread as a bait on a broad. I know this little 500 ain't nothing to me. It's gonna be so big in her mind, it's gonna hook her, and once I hook her, I'm gonna get her to do all this stuff based on that little money I gave her.
That's only who's interpreting it, right?
That's what I'm hearing, because what you're saying is you giving her 500, but she ended up doing this, that, and the third, which is some good game. Hey man, 500 ain't nothing to me. And these women put the little stuff like that so big in their mind. Like I tell dudes all the time, man, you give a woman some flowers, it's gonna be so big in her mind. It's really some game. So what you're saying is a little 500 is chump change to me. If I send that to a woman off the dribble, she gonna call her friends. It's gonna be so big in her mind. I got her hooked, and I ain't have to do none of that talking. I ain't have to do none of this extra stuff. And that's how I hooked the woman in and do a bunch for me.
I value the relationship. You know what I'm saying? For me, I value the relationship of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Man, capping, man.
And like for one, I already know how niggas is. You know what I'm saying? We've been in this world. We know how it is. That pride and ego get in the way of each other, whatever the case is. Yeah. It's only certain men that can actually exist in the same area with our status and not get into it, not go through it. You know what I'm saying? But when women, I never had that issue. Never had the issue at all. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't never had an issue with women?
Never. Besides the one in question. You know what I'm saying? Besides, you know what I'm saying, the ex-wife. But after that, and it's something you said too. We'll get to that.
Hold on. He said the ex-wife. He already had an issue with women. See, this is where you don't believe your own reality sometimes, and then you reinforce your message on what you're trying to preach, and you bypass what has actually happened in your past. He went through a divorce. I want to say she cheated on him, so she didn't appreciate the energy and everything. But supposedly, you know, he made her a wife. So why didn't she appreciate all the things that you were doing for her? You would think that should have been in her mind to say, I need to keep this going. No, because none of them really respect that. They're only going to respect the things that you can't pay for and you can't just buy. That's where the difference is. And it's going to be harder and harder to find that if you keep leading the way he does it.
What I say?
And it was true. You know what I'm saying? You say, listen, the person that you dealing with, most dudes ain't rocking with their day ones no more, as far as that woman.
Yeah.
Because of how they handle you. You know what I'm saying? Even though when you become something, they still treat you like this.
Man.
I say that video because that was some real shit that you said, because that's how it is.
Man, facts, man. And I done seen it on so many levels. That's why I tell dudes, hey man, drop that broad. Because she always gonna try to treat you how you used to be, because the insecurities within her doesn't want to see you bigger, because she knows the fuck shit she done did. She know the attitude she got. She knows she ain't been leveling up physically wise, mentally wise, in all these ways. So she would rather keep you where you at, because once you get up here, you might start to recognize and look around and say, I want something better. So instead of them saying, let me get better, let me get in the gym, let me level up myself so I can add up, let me keep him where he at. Let me keep talking to him so maybe he won't recognize who he is, because if he recognize, he not gonna fuck with me.
Come on now.
Game God, that was powerful as hell. That's one of the biggest disconnects, is when men do rise through the ranks. A lot of their original day ones. That's why a lot of the guys end up leaving them, because those women, they don't want to improve. They don't want to level up. They don't want to work out, change their mentality or whatnot. And then what they'll end up doing, they'll end up dragging you back down to where they're at, almost like a crab in a bucket mentality. So a lot of them guys, you really just got to leave her instead of dragging her along, because if she don't acquiesce to who you are changing into, it's always going to be a detriment.
Come on now. Try to keep it at this certain level. And then when you free, you really see you can't lose. Everything is an upgrade. And the thing is, that relationship was so public, it was like a resume. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see my characteristics, my da-da-da, so they already know what a man come with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
man. And then, you know, it's just one of them things. And, you know, I mean, it's just a part of life. I tell people all the time, man, I don't really feel like you should be with somebody forever. I mean, that's a fantasy. I mean, at the end of the day, you always growing and evolving. And who grows and evolves at the same pace as somebody else? You're never going to do it. So it might be good to a point, but at some point you might have different ideologies, different goals, different things. Right. And that means y'all not supposed to be together.
Right. You know, I say if she willing to follow you or whatnot, I'm not mad at you growing old with one person. If she can follow you, if she can acquiesce to the things that you, especially if you're a full-on leader, if she's willing to be a subordinate, I think it would be okay for you still to hang on to one for the long haul.
People try to force staying together, and that's why it's all this conflict. I tell women all the time. That's why I give them books. I have them meditate. I have them read business books. I try to get them into entrepreneurship because I let them know I'm not going to hold myself back for you. And you're either going to grow with me or I'm going to outgrow you and leave you, because if I'm growing like this and you're still down here, then you're going to be a drag on where I'm going. And I did that for so long. I said, I'm never going to do that again. So you better, keep up or catch up, because I'm not going to slow my progress down for you.
Come on, bro. 100%. And you know what I'm saying? If I would have caught the lesson a little bit earlier, it would have been a different situation. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was one of those situations where it's like, damn, I took on the role of I'm gonna do everything. Day one. You know what I'm saying? But remember, I'm super young at this time. I'm 23.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not even understanding what that even means. I'm just bills that ain't nothing. This or that. You know what I mean? To the point where when you give a woman nothing to do, she got nothing but idle time.
Oh, come on.
She gonna hit you up when you out of town on a business trip. Hey, what you doing? You better not be with no woman. You better, like, you know what I'm saying? Slowing your pace down. Rejecting movie offers, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Let her go. Now you free range, can do whatever you want.
Hey, listen, I say it all the time, right? Like, nobody was meant in life to just do nothing.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at like wealthy kids, right? They all got drug habits and depressed and commit suicide. Why? Because you was never meant to not do nothing. You have to be chasing and pursuing something. So, baby, either get on my team and let's chase and pursue this thing together, or you have to have something that you're chasing and pursuing, because like you said, the idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yeah.
You know,
I got into an argument with someone about working or whatnot, and I'm like, you sound like a whole goofy out here to be complaining about working. Like, you can't survive unless you work. People think life is easy. This shit is sweet. Everything supposed to be peace and harmony. Man, if you're not in a first world society, you're going to have to figure out where to get your water from, your meal from, your shelter. People don't understand how easy we have it in the midst of it feeling like it's the most difficult ever.
Used to say it in the game, right? If a broad is out working, you need to jump her. If shit slow down, hey, shoot her to New York. Shit slow down, shoot her to Texas. You got to keep her moving, because if she sits still long enough, she gonna play herself out of this good situation. She gonna get to overthinking stuff.
Yeah,
listen.
Now they trying to knock on the door like,
hey,
yo,
man,
let me back in.
that's why it be the rich dude. Like, we see him all the time. Not Brett Favre. What's the other dude name? Whatever, you know who I'm.
I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. I think it was pretty healthy in the beginning. I'm glad Game got. Everything he said it made 100% sense when it comes down to the general public of people, you know. Chulo, and the thing about it is he won't even take the advice to a certain degree because he failed a marriage, you know. So his actions were failing, and he ended up failed in that marriage. So you would think that he would have a different thought process, but no, he still uses the money as his superpower, which is cool. I mean, hey, if you're rich, you got bread, of course, you're going to be able to lure in certain women with the money, or a large majority of women, just being honest. But after that, now it becomes the task at hand to say who's there really for the long haul, even if the money ain't there. And that's when it becomes very difficult. And if you reinforce that I'm giving, and it's like you just still getting a basic as if you didn't even have to give the money, what was the point at that point? Now, I get it. If that's your character, cool. But I think it still sends a bad precedent, because what'll happen is the chicks will get spoiled, especially the ones that he probably have around his lifestyle. They end up getting spoiled, and then they'll get tired of you, and then they're gonna go cheat on you, and then now you in a horrible situation at that point. Now, I'm not mad. Like he said, employing the woman, Game God said, employing her, having her work for you. And then from there, you can kind of keep that separation apart from the ones that you actually F around with. You know, I think it's great to definitely employ women because when they see the vision, they going to go hard for it. But if you mixing that, you know, as a girlfriend work type of thing with somebody who hadn't been there long term with you, that's going to be problematic, because you don't know none of these characteristics. She can easily put on because it just feel good. But what is her key core characteristics that she could be hiding or whatnot? But I still think everything boils down to reciprocation. I'm not mad at you sending the girl some money. If she is somebody that you are with long term, y'all together, you know what I'm saying, and you just happen to want to do it, the guy's going to do it anyway. It is what it is. But it's the whole leading with it, sending it immediately. You have to make sure you actually know that people there rocking with you, they feeling you, before you just start doing stuff like that. I think it makes it harder for a relationship to be really genuine, or at least close as genuine as possible, when you start doing stuff like that. You know, that stuff can come later on. If you take a simple woman and you want to give her the world, that's a whole lot better than giving a woman who has already received a lot, and then you just giving it to her up front. She's not simple from the jump, and then you're reinforcing the characteristics that she already had. That's not great characteristics. Now, if she help you make money, that's cool. Let's go ahead and get to the bag together. You feel me? I'm all for that. But when it comes down to a long-term relationship and me not knowing exactly why she there, once the shit, if I ever fall, she gonna be leaving the situation if it started out wrong. So that's how I look at it. But I'm not mad at their conversation. It was pretty smooth. Chulo, he gonna think the way he think. Game God stood on business with the way how I think the advice that would work for the general public of men, I think would be a whole lot better than what Chulo sells / finesses to the public. Possibly, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna slander this man's name. I don't know exactly what he does, but it's definitely a certain amount of you know what it is to the public. Make sure y'all like the video, comment below. Please hype it as well. I would appreciate it greatly. I'll make sure I have this link in the description so y'all can watch in its entirety. If y'all haven't already seen it already, it's been out for a little while. This is your guy, JayBReacts, y'all. Until next time, peace.